is the time of the year that our egg production almost ceases. As the days get shorter and there's less daylight, the egg production really falls off. They begin to molt, which means they lose their feathers, and so they'll grow back feathers. But we look forward to that time in the spring where production will increase. In our devotional this morning, we find ourselves in Exodus 15, and we see that Abram is very much concerned that he does not have an heir. Now, he has followed God out of Haran. He's been extremely faithful in following God. There was that one snag there in Egypt, but he has been faithful in following God there. God has blessed him, and his herds has increased to the point to where he and Lot had to separate. Lot got into trouble when he was there in Sodom as the neighboring kings came in and invaded, and they took him hostage. They took all of the loot, and so Abram went in with his 318 soldiers, and they got the loot, and they got Lot back. God has just been so good. And then we find ourselves in Exodus 15, and Abram goes to the Lord, and they have this conversation. I absolutely love how they have this conversation, because Abram is just so open with the Lord. And he's, of course he's looking at, God, you've blessed me in so many ways, but what about a child? And so God tells him, not only are you going to have a child, but look at the stars. Well, that's the way it's going to be for you. You are going to have a tremendous impact, and it's all going to come from your loins. And so God assured him that. And then it's not in our devotional today, but it is coming. It is verse 6, that he believed God and it was accounted for him as righteousness. Boy, that is just a jewel of a verse. And so that's where we're kind of heading to, is our father of our faith here, and he trusts God. Are there any other kind of little hiccups? Of course there are. And so we can identify with him, but as you begin to read the book of Hebrews, you see that that when God forgives, he doesn't see that anymore. He forgets that sin, and he sees us as individuals that are pleasing unto him. Let us be encouraged today that while there may be some barrenness right now, that if we will continue in the faith, that there are good times coming. We just got to trust God and make it through. So keep looking up, and God will bless. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow.